Dear people of Bayelsa State, it is time again to say goodbye to the old year and welcome the new year. At a time like this, people often desire to peer into the future. Some resolve to improve their lifestyles for the benefit of themselves and their loved ones. But it is also a time for looking back into the past and forth into the future of our state. 2011 was a great year for our state. In this last year, Bayelsa State turned 15 and will produce the first elected Nigerian president of Niger Delta origin. But during the past year also, the image of Bayelsa State was in the spotlight, both in Nigeria and abroad. It was the eve of elections, and as is only natural, there were disagreements in the process of agreeing on who should lead us. Some players took the political bickering too far, often jettisoning decency and the rule of law. In so doing, they created tension and anxiety in the polity. For me, there is a sense in which the crisis we are dealing with is normal in our kind of society. In this connection, the thing that matters is not the disagreements, but how, as a people, we view our state and the direction we want it to go in the future. Dear Bayelsans, it is not the fact of the crisis we have witnessed in the last few months that matters. What matters is how the crisis is resolved. Whether it is resolved progressively for the betterment and progress of our people, or it is resolved, God forbid, in the interest of the forces of reaction. At this point, I must thank you, the good people of Bayelsa State, for your tolerance and understanding in the face of all the anxiety. But I would like to re-emphasize the point that the people of Bayelsa State need to realize that they alone can choose their own leaders. Nobody, however big or well-placed, can foist a leader on the people. That is the beauty and power of democracy. This year is an election year for us in Bayelsa State, and the opportunity to exercise that power and to experience and witness that beauty will offer itself again on February the 11th. We see that day as a major turning point in the history of the state. We expect the elections to usher in a leadership that will consolidate the gains of these past 4 years. There are strong reasons to believe that 2012 presents us a new zeal to build on the foundation which this administration has laid. Over the past 4 years, we have done a lot in the areas of health, education, agriculture, power, commerce, and industry. What remains is for us to tie up all these into a coordinative whole that will usher in the modern state of our dream, so that the work of the administration in the past 4 years will be manifest. This work of coordination and consolidation will be our focus in the new year. Generally, we will ensure that all the major infrastructural details about Yenagoa are completed in the year. In specific terms, we will complete the Melford Okilo Memorial Hospital and upgrade other general hospitals in the state. One of our new model secondary schools, the new Bishop Demiari Secondary School, will become functional. In the area of agriculture, the special purpose vehicles which we registered Niger Delta Seafoods Limited, Bayelsa Farms, Bayelsa Palm, and Creek Foods Limited will become fully operational in this year. Already, the state government has accessed the necessary funds from the Central Bank of Nigeria for the agricultural sector to begin to run anew. The Amasoma Power Station will commence operation in the year, consolidating our achievements in the power sector. We will commence work on the second phase of the Glory Drive, also called the New Yenagoa Gateway, which will link the Glory Drive to the main city of Yenagoa. We will build more internal roads in the new Yenagoa GRA. The Yenagoa Jetty will also be completed. We will build one factory in each of the 3 senatorial districts to create jobs. I thank you, my people of Bayelsa State, for being steadfast and patriotic. Despite provocation from some of our brothers and sisters who do not even live in Bayelsa State and other forces of reaction, I enjoin you to remain dedicated and not allow yourselves to be used by anybody for their selfish interests. Fellow Bayelsans, I must tell you that there is no reason to waver or hesitate. Those who oppose us are not opposing us on any programs or principles. They have not come out with any program as an alternative to the ones that we have pursued resolutely in the past 4 years. They are only interested in capturing power for their self-aggrandizement. And they are only committed to the weapon of impunity, in blatant contempt for our traditional high regard for the values of justice, freedom, and equity. Politics is about choices, choices that will spur action on the issues that bother a people most. The economy of our state needs to grow on a strong institutional and political foundation. For business to thrive in our state, it must be guaranteed a secure, stable, and peaceful operating environment. Sustainable economic development requires a stable polity to yield the democratic fruits that we need so much, such as jobs, education, and health care. Achievement of those democratic dividends requires our collective effort and determination. As we march through 2012 and into February, we should be determined to make informed and rational choices, choices that will guarantee us socio-economic stability and continuity. We should choose to reject destabilization and impunity. We should elect to reject the forces of illegality that landed suddenly on our state of harmony to endanger our liberty and paint a grim picture of our society and personhood before civilized humanity. As a government, we are committed to initiating and bringing to fruitful conclusion projects that will enhance the well-being of Bayelsa people. We will continue to seize all competitive advantages of our location to put Bayelsa State and its people ahead among the states of the Nigerian Federation. Fellow Bayelsans, we are not unmindful of the happenings in some parts of this country and the growing temptation among the citizens to descend into tit-for-tat hostilities. But as a people well enlightened by faith, tradition, and education, I appeal to every resident of Bayelsa State to remain calm, more so in the spirit of the new year, and trust the effort of the federal government to resolve the issues. This new year, let us look forward to a brighter country, where peace, prosperity, and security would reign. Let us hope for an end to the senseless, fratricidal, and sectarian conflicts that can only degrade our humanity and push us further down the abyss of poverty and underdevelopment, when we ought to be marching ahead with the rest of the world. Let us seek to expand productivity instead of destroying our productive capabilities. Fellow Bayelsans, the new year is a new beginning for all of us, and like every year, it brings new opportunities. Let us not allow any opportunity for advancement pass us by. I wish you a happy and prosperous new year.